Just call 077 755 153.
For news, views, and entertainment, stay tuned to Society for Radio Democracy, 98.1, simply the best.
No, this one is a special dedication to all the people of this nation. Real. All the lovers of radio democracy. All the lovers of radio land. The voice of the masses. Hear this. Come on. Come down, selector. Come down, selector. 98.1. The voice of the people. Radio democracy. Radio democracy. Radio democracy. On news, views, and entertainment. Radio democracy. Radio democracy. Radio democracy. On news, views, and entertainment. The true voice of the people. Radio D, to you there's no equal.
Second to none. Radio D, you're still number one.
You are the voice of the voiceless. You are the choice of the voiceless.
Real.
Sure.
Check it out. Check it.
You did teach and preach, but good governance.
Real.
You want to see we country advance. You not get party, stand for democracy. You give everybody a chance.
98.1.
Radio democracy. Radio democracy. Radio democracy. On news, views, and entertainment. Radio democracy. Radio democracy. Radio democracy. On news, views, and entertainment.
Radio Democracy. 98.
For news, views, and entertainment, stay tuned to Society for Radio Democracy, 98.1, simply the best.
Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Good morning and welcome to the first edition in the month of March, and the last Friday today, we now the 1st of March 2019, and one for welcoming to the program Good Morning Salone, where they come to you from 98.1 FM. We where they bring this Friday edition of the program come to you. Mina Asma James.
And Mina Waniga Oja. Inside the program today, President Julius Maada Bio say the 2019 to 2023 National Development Plan, where they don't pull, go help government for identify key area them for reduce poor in the country. Member them na Parliament from the All People's Congress APC party not be agree for make Thursday, February 28 sitting carry on because they say the speaker not be agree for end their last debate, where them be get for look inside the state of emergency on rape and sexual violence. And today inside the program, here the Democracy go look inside 50-50 group the 11th annual Rajiv Bendra lecture, where first-time state chief of protocol, Razi Binta Kabo, go deliver today na 50-50 group the office na Tawail.
Well, this and plenty other reports and for you na the program, plus the investigator na the family support units na the Bo police station, Sheku Samora don't say they don't create the sexual assault syndicate units where they look inside rape and other violence them where they happen to woman and girl picking them in the district. Yourself, where they listen, can be part of the program, and you can also send message to the number 077-981-981. You can go on Radio Democracy Facebook page and drop your comments. The program na Good Morning Salone, and they come to you from 98.1 FM. Well, as soon as I hear from a headline this morning, 50-50 group go honor one prominent woman na salon when Madam Rasi Binta Kabo we in be first woman state chief of protocol na salon, and also it don't be the first woman director general at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. But we can talk to you. Good morning, Madam Kabo, and welcome to the program.
Good morning, Asma. Good morning, listeners.
And also we get Auntie Nima. Good morning.
Good morning, Asma.
When Anima Tamajex Walker, the founder and first president of 50-50 Group, and also coordinator for Eminent Women of Sierra Leone. Well, today, then they honor Rasi Kagbo, but we can't talk about that day. May they just do between the program. Good Morning Salone.
All right, the first issue we will look at this morning, the chairman for Rights to Access Information Commission, Dr. Ibrahim Siga Shodon say, if any government, ministry, department and agency not tell the commission but their work and how then they serve the public by March 1st this year, then go find the institution plenty couple. Dr. Ibrahim Siga Shaw talked this inside one meeting with journalists them for sake of the proactive disclosure of information scheme where the commission with support from government and World Bank they do for CC people where they work for government, ministry, department and agency and development partner them tell people them about their work. He talk more to Musa S. Kamara.
Well, we said, because as I say, we don't get a lot of activities recently. We try for engage the MDAs them. So already, as we report here now, we get a lot of MDAs them. We don't show sign already. They don't even tell we see the dip and work on the unit. Because they're supposed to send them to either by email or by hard copy. That is for let we know how the 22 classes of information we listed by the scheme, you know, whether they don't complete all, they don't get all, or whether they don't get some of them. You understand? And the one that we don't get, therefore explain why make the no get the other one that we don't get. So tomorrow night the deadline. And this deadline here, the vice president don't talk him, he don't notify all the MDAs them by speech, then the chief minister back by speech na the workshop, you understand, instead don't echo the thing. So therefore now this is a serious something. So
March 1 at the deadline for this disclosure. How many ministries don't comply?
Already we get a consultant where they work with a lot of the MDAs already by the pilot. So we don't get indications say some of the MDAs so don't even present them. You understand? But we not get the information and we know the information we not put together everything yet for no Uda and Uda don't comply, Uda not comply it. Now after the deadline elapsed, now we can check now and see Uda don't comply, Uda not comply, Uda not comply, now we're ready for take action.
What now this action we una go take?
Well, the action we will take is that we invite them, you know, for my then come face we, and definitely if they not comply, you know, if they not give any valid reason why make they not comply, we define them. You see, organizations and they win if now we find them up to the 100 million.
So what in the set of information we they expect them prepare for disclosure and how them for disclosure and to now?
Now the 22 classes of information, you know, about the particulars of the institution, for instance, you know, the duties, you know, and responsibilities of the officers, you know, the employees, then the people that really work there, you know, the recruitment policy, then procurement policy, then decision making policies, you know, how did they arrive at decisions, you know, about the meetings, you know, the board, how the board they work, the board and the management, the senior management, how did they work, all them things, and you know, how did they whose services they deliver to the public, what are the guidelines we then get for give information to members of the public where they come for ask for that information there. So we get a whole host, you know, we get just 22 minimum, you know, classes of information, but I don't mean say you don't get other one them, but that one that they don't identify as part of the scheme, the publication scheme. So if we then don't present and submit a scheme for more approval, we they check if they get a complete list. If they don't get, they will go draw their attention and say, "Una don't do this, una don't do this, una don't do this, but una not do this it, and una for do one." Already some then they will get websites, so they get some information already. We they put 22 classes where they don't display.
How did they disclose and so now?
Where they submit the list to we the scheme where they show clearly, they show. Say yes, they say now so this night they don't do and they don't display this information here, you know, na so side, and they will tell you the categories of information where they don't display. So from there we go look at where they say they don't, which is safe. Then we try for verify. If they say na a website, we will check the website and see. If they say na a billboard, we go do some inquiries to find out whether not true they talk or whether not true, because no go just which is safe no more.
So how the ordinary salon person go benefit from this proactive disclosure scheme?
The ordinary man go benefit in many ways. For instance, like market women, just when I talk, I give some example. You know, people that when they sell at their market there, where sometimes the facilities then they're very poor. Toilet facility no day, water no day. You understand? Certain things, amenities then where they're supposed to provide and even at their market then they for make by the market woman, even people that they can't shop. If they say they don't get better amenities, you know, fine. And most of them things they give money for them things, the government they give money, they give budget every year to local authorities then for make money and provide some of them amenities here. So people that way they come now they market here and the woman then the market man, the people that way they sell. Then if they see say some of them here they're missing, they get right for ask for information. For say, hey, but they already say that they give money for you, but not they see this money here. They get right for go ask the local authorities for information. Say, why make they understand? Say, if they get that information, then go able ask. So now they say that proactive disclosure of information. So if they proactively already, the local authorities, they proactively disclose how they receive resources on behalf of the public, and how they dispense of that resources. You understand? The public go know, so information go available already.
But if somebody asks for information, enable get them from the authority we ask them from, how the right to access information commission go help that person get that information?
They invite kind situation and they invite the person can report to me. If after 15 days, when are the deadline for information, general information, the person don't get that information, they might come to we. We go intervene on his behalf. We go communicate to that person and tell them I give the information. If you don't give the information, we take action against them. But we now get a mandate as an agency for negotiate that balance between information where is sensitive, where will cause public harm, information where cause any public harm, where in the public interest. Because if it cause public harm, it means it undermine public interest. We don't work now for make sure say we serve the public interest. So if at all the harm for releasing information go be more than the interest for the public, where the benefit where the public will get, then we go stop. We will not go encourage that information if we go out. But if we know say that information, if you go out, it will reduce corruption. It will promote accountability. It will make sure say make people then afraid. They go ahead for why they release that information.
Well, that's not the chairman for the Right to Access Information Commission, Dr. Ibrahim Sigashaw. They talk to Musa S. Kamara inside that interview day, but one proactive information scheme where them pull na do this PNTM.
The program now Good Morning Salone, 7:41 at the time for studio clock, where they come over to the studio guest them. As today, 50-50 Group Salone gets the 11th annual Rajiv Bendre Women in Public Life Lectures Series and Cocktail. Usai the honor Ambassador Rasi Binta Kagbo, the first female Director General of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and first female States Chief of Protocol Scope. But let me come to the honor itself when the Rajiv Bendre Lecture Series, where this be after first-time Director of British Council na Salone, when I be a leading champion of 50-50 Group na Salone, and if that be make lead to transform of women them we take part from politics and be passionate about women and women in governance, and also it be work with 50-50 Group so much we say against support, and 50-50 Group na a non-partisan group where they campaign for more women them na politics, governance and public life, and also they help different women them. Well, I come first to the founder, first president of 50-50, Madam Nimata Majeks Walker. Once more, I pleasure for getting you on the program.
Thank you very much, Asma.
So, waiting this Rajiv Bendre lecture series about.
Well, you don't almost talk and done. All my way know Rajiv Bendre. They know say nine are the person we champion the 50-50 group. The time when Abato Davidson, the late Abato Mipadi, the time when he worked at British Council as Deputy Director of British Council. Now, in case the news go to Rajiv say one woman when Leslie Abdallah de England when I they help woman for take part in politics. When I know that say woman in the middle left behind, they no feels saying that the man no more for take part in politics. So Abato encourage Rajiv, and they also invite this woman, British Council. They invite Leslie Abdallah Kantong. I can't get with 40 on how for take part in politics. He can show you all the skills, them, all the sabi. So after this woman done, Rajiv and British Council then sponsor we. Because Abaton have been deputy director, they then sponsor we, now we form the 50-50 group. In fact, there were no 50-50 after we launch. Then no say British Council will give we office, then they will begin meet. Till we mature before we begin go other side. So British Council help we. So on the last day where Rajiv did in workplace, where they go, we launched the Rajiv Bendre series lecture series. This lecture now for honor woman that we don't smash the glass ceiling. Woman that we don't do well. Now we don't do quite a few women there. We don't do quite a few, and every time we look for women that we don't do well. We don't stand out as society. When I know say Ambassador Rasi Kagbo, who we honor today, now a very good leader, where he starts by cracking the glass ceiling, where they make an ambassador at large and Director General of Foreign Affairs. But when this way he smashed the glass ceiling, now when they make a first female state chief of protocol, then in a position when a man no more in the ruler, what can they see how we play the pathway they play, and even right now when I look, when I go see the pathway being play, where they try for crown retired Brigadier Julius Madabio. She was very I was saying I ain't carry out the ceremony. When me can see do I see woman they do thing like that. Now so me here I can rise, I can gladdy. Because waiting 50-50 they about now for push them woman them so that they go take part in leadership and decision making. With a gladdy so we see a woman and they shine. How then they do well. I don't want to talk because asthma there, like for example, the way asthma they do well on this campaign, this Black Tuesday campaign, she's so consistent. Last week serve then go bold and continue. Because how the man they no grip and the rape business who serve no for agree. And we know to that I can for talk
so,
to that today.
During the internet the way una can do then series here. Now the educated people the educated woman them no more una can target.
We they take woman that we don't stand out in society. We don't make the name. Next year, definitely, we take women we not educated because we know say then self did. I don't say that you they ask me for. We ask you now all. We don't talk na SLBS yesterday. We don't talk na press conference yesterday. We ask for suggestions about dynamic women them. We not lettered. We go honor. Every year we defend women we don't stand out in society. And Ambassador Kagbo don't stand out because the kind of role we do, the kind of work we do, we don't want to see man do them.
So what's not the impact where this don't create in the woman their life generally?
Well, the woman and the glad when they see them company, it just like I say, Rasi now a mentor, na a role model. The woman and the glad for say, woman and all this position and don't do well. It motivates the young one and for say, well, if this woman don't do a myself can do one. You understand? So we just did now for showcase the woman there. This lecture series now don't become a platform for showcase women the way they achieve in this society. And when you showcase women them, other people and they feel motivated. And make a add say this year you na civil servant. Now with the honor. It just like so they showcase the civil service. You get a lot of women at the lower cadres of the civil service. Most times, na man and then at the top. But the civil service, I think the majority now man them. So if finally we show off the civil service, now that make the invitation, if you look at the back, Waniga Oja, you go see say we get retired top female civil servants in Sierra Leone. Now one set we get people like a big Silver Blyden, Lily Silver Blyden Mama. We get Ambassador Kona Koroma, we still work, he's in at the present office. We get Sarah Lewis, we get Matilda Williams, Margaret Maturi, we get Baki Duati, and Ambassador Kadi Bassi. Then if you look at the bottom line, you will see quite a few days where they walk around like Clara Taylor Pierce, Usai Kanu, Fatmata Mustafa. They're all in at the second line, the second row. With a feature they all because you hardly hear about women and the civil service, the stresses and the gains, waiting and don't gain day, and the challenges the way they don't go through. So with the hope say Ambassador Rasi Kabo go in lecture, he go talk. But the experiences the way he gets working in the civil service, the good experiences there and the bad one. And sometimes you go left advice for the young one within the civil service for motivate them for continue.
All right, Auntie Nima, continue for the week we now the program Good Morning Salone where they come to you from 98.1 FM. Well, as we are waiting, Madam Nima Tamajek's work I don't say this morning, the distinguished guest for this series today. Now Ambassador Rasi Binta Kabo, and we get a distinguished career now the civil service, and this you do across the governments what you don't would have been a work now government, and you don't all boku high profile position and within and across civil service. He be the first female director general and ambassador at large at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and also the first female state chief of protocol. Throughout in career, they don't demonstrate some good values, and also a member na the 50-50 group, and you don't be hope for Boko woman them we and man them also we don't they work with them. From humble beginnings, Madam Rasi don't they work. You go throughout na in career na the civil service. Also they be appointed as Sierra Leone's deputy permanent diplomacy where. Sierra Leone Deputy Permanent Representative, to the United Nations in New York. Also, he say he proud for being 50-50 member, and also he say in a past member of the Flosax Limited, and only work with different women and give support in the only two way. Madam Rasi, a pleasure for getting you in the program this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Asma. Good morning, listeners.
Many a time one I can hold that distinguished position they like as for being scope. I don't debate you many time for interview you as of how you able for handle that particular position there because now one we're not enviable at all. You always balance me until today where I get you in this program as retired scope. My pleasure again forget you. So how we feel like generally for make you see 50-50 honor you today?
On behalf of the civil service, I feel very honored. All the time within at the background. And why I'm particularly happy and tell God thank you. I've been the balance now because with code of conduct, not they allow we no more so for the gonna press. But now that I am a retired woman, I feel comfortable. Any day you call me, I'm ready for come. It not be easy. And they not just catapult me there. I start very, very humble. I start my career as a nurse. As a city, I'm in a state registered nurse. I was set 5.
Before you joined the civil service?
Well, as a nurse, you're already a civil servant, but no more na lower keda. So now from there, I begin Yeri, but Dr. Kuna Kurumana.
Okay.
Now one person who can Freetown, me, I not grow up, I not born and grow up in Freetown. So I can the first name that they were begin Kolepa. So I done me nursing. Now I apply for go through the college because by then, you know, they jump from the nursing to the main bowl of the civil service. So I applied for go through the college. I get admission. I go through the college. Come back now. They are then at the main bowl of the civil service. But the good thing what they do for me, because I had been a nurse, they not start me again from Dondon. Then just take me from years of training in the service. So that helped me for grow at the service.
Also, you be the first director general of female director general, sorry, now the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So now after you join into the service, you go straight into being the first woman director general.
It's been a long journey. When I come out college, my first posting was the Ministry of Development and Economic Planning as Assistant Secretary. Yesterday I did tell Auntie my day laugh. When I joined there, because we were like 14 assistant secretaries. Now maybe they in charge of filing section. So now that filing section there, now they are there like for 2 years before senior Mrs. Sylvia Blyden discover me there and bring me now in training desk. From there, I head the desk when they post them to the Ministry of Finance. Me head the desk now at the Ministry of Development. I did it, of course, then they post we every 3-4 years from one ministry to the other. I did it, and then post me at the Ministry of Energy and Power. By then, I don't grow at the service from assistant secretary to senior assistant secretary. So I go na the Ministry of Energy as deputy.
So
Energy and Power.
Okay.
As deputy.
You go through all the ranks, and then later, before you retire, you be scope. What's not the experience where you get of being a scope?
Challenging, because as soon as they announce my name, say they come in as scope, you get the man there who say, but woman not able that job there. Of course, you get the woman there, you know, you say, this is able that job there. So not only talk about, they meet me. Rest you go take that job there. You don't be director general. You don't go be scope. You go take that job there. Now I say the one them will sit down and look safe for bring me come. They know the reason why they bring me up, and I go take the challenge on, and I saw I take the challenge on.
What's not the whole of scope?
I go zero in on one rule. You principal responsibility na the president. And when I say principal responsibility, you know how difficult it is for manage a head of state, the number one person na the nation. For let you tell and say, you get for do this, you know for do this, protocol wise. You know easy. It's really, really challenging. But if you know your principle, you get for study your boss. In any establishment you do, you get for study your boss. You get for know when he happy. You get for know when he not happy. You no need for voice am. Then you give space when there is time to give space. But the other challenging one, the public, because this now father of the nation. Everybody want for Kaniaram and then see you as this blockade
gatekeeper
for see this person. They don't know what you they go through with them. So for manage and balance then to the public and the boss, now I have been find most challenging. But I able to navigate between the two.
So what's not be your experience with your boss in this regard, like when you explain?
There are times where they make plaba. What I say plaba, serious plaba. Then sometimes you could say, you think say now you not the president or now you born me? I say no sir. I don't think say now me born you. But then bring me now
for menu.
For the duty. So I go make sure say I do that duty there.
You be there enjoy the job because we especially like that side way if president the worker come, people in the rush panel, you been so firm in making sure you be getting space. All that for go through that process till you be there enjoy them.
You know the job, it get enjoyment side. It get challenging side. Because sometimes I turn to security. Because you get for look. If security not dey near them, you get for play that role of a security. If impressman not dey near them, sometimes you get for use your phone. If you see something that you need for capture, you capture. You give to the press.
All right.
But I make sure say I recognize everybody in duty. Say, now you on duty, you have to do it. So even when I do am for somebody, in the background, I will say, "Bo, you don't put me on too much work today. You been for done day for do your own part."
So as a woman, forget then kind task, then it can somehow be challenging. So you at any point in time you can ever feel for like give up?
No.
Waiting be the push.
I don't ever want for give up because it always then at the back of my mind say, now that's boku people been they look say, we don't say not they able this job, you know go do. So that thing in the back of my mind. Because they push me say you have to succeed as a woman. You have to succeed. You don't be the first woman for hold this position. You get for make sure say the younger one them be una where they look una as mentors go want for take that duty they someday. So because of that, that was the driving force we make.
So you feel intimidated by the men then?
No. And na the other side, now them be they intimidated by me. Because I stand my ground on anything. And the important thing here, you get first get the support of your president. You president, when I get for sit down and discuss with them his likes and dislikes. The scope to which they allow you for do your job. And with that, I really enjoyed that with the former president. Both presidents themselves, why I don't serve. I enjoy that with them.
All right. Well, that's now Madam Ambassador Rasikabo. They are so this morning because 50-50 group they honor and today as you go through the ranks, all the ranks at the civil service and be the first female scope. They tell me experience, they share experience, and later I go tell we wait to go for go tell family today and also get Madam Nimata Maje. the program in the president founder, first president and founder of 50-50 group. We always push for make women then they in leadership position. Ego can't tell we also how far down they don't go in, and if women they occupy the top space there where they don't the advocates for this long while. The time for my studio clock now 8 o'clock. We go for the short break.
Family them, Salone Commercial Bank don't do one again. For we and Una will not get account yet. They don't come with brand new things them, like neon SLCD kiosks them, where they all over the country. Also, they get mobile tellers them, we will meet you any side and do your banking. Salone Commercial Bank. Now me bank. Sure. Now you bank, oh. We get me on student account, oh. We get me on current account. We get me on savings account, oh. For them market to man them, for them keke riders, Okada riders, and them fishmongers, disabled people them. Any day for them petty traders. Salone Commercial Bank. Now we bank. Sure. Now we bank, oh. Salone Commercial Bank for all man, including the professionals.
Do you want to interact with a large number of candidates with various profiles and build your own CV database? Or are you looking for a new job? Then don't miss the 2019 Salone Job Fair on March 1st at the Radisson Blu Hotel Garden, where thousands of job seekers and dozens of employers from all sectors will converge. For more information, call 088-242424. The 2019 Salone Job Fair is brought to you by Kayas.sl in partnership with the Radisson Blu Mamiyoko Hotel, AfriCell, the National Youth Commission, and the Sierra Leone Bureau Limited.
Alright, the program now Good Morning Salone, they come to you live from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We go take another issue and we go come back and continue the program. Member them na parliament from the All People's Congress APC party not be agree for make Thursday sitting carry on because they say parliament for continue with last Friday sitting where them believe say not be end, but the Speaker of Parliament not be agree. This make APC MP them with support from NGC MP them be forced the Speaker for adjourn the sitting before term na the Bank of Salone Complex na Kintom inside Freeton. For more on this, make we join with parliamentary reporter Abdullah Blah.
Almighty God, without whose help labor is useless, without whose light search is vain.
This is the daily prayer we MP them can do before any sitting can start. Usai them can call on God for guide them on waiting and they do for that particular day. But it ain't like say this prayer, not on the old water inside the past two sitting them, just like how it not been old water for the first two sitting them, where Parliament been just starts inside April 2018.
Mr. Speaker, honorable members, it's about time we move with the business of the House.
And so MP them from the main opposition APC party been block the leader of government business, Honorable Sidi Muhammad Tunis, not for move on with the business of the House. After we it been clear say they not been want for make Thursday sitting continue.
Order.
And if any speaker don't use the word order, this speaker now, Honorable Dr. Abbas Cherno-Bundu, go stand out as one we don't overuse them. And the reason clear as he talked to member them of parliament.
It's very difficult. You're making my life very difficult in this parliament. Both sides, the rate at which you are provoking each other, you are making my life absolutely impossible.
But why APC MP them not be want for make Thursday parliamentary sitting continue? Honorable Lahai Mara, they represent constituency 42 na Falaba district. According to them, the minutes of last Friday, February 22 sitting not capture fine within happen.
We are expecting that the vote and proceedings actually captured details of what happened. To our own knowledge, we believe that the sitting on that day was inconclusive, and also we are expecting that this particular order paper should be a continuation of that particular process.
And after this, the Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Dr. Abbas Cherno-Bundu, say he don't receive one letter where APC MP them write to the President Julius Maada Bio for sake with them say they're not glad with waiting happen last Friday, February 22 sitting. So he will say Parliament for skip the voting proceeding na the other paper and move on. But from the APC side, that the well of Parliament, they not think say this could be possible. Honorable Chegno Majuba, na leader for the main opposition APC party na Parliament.
Our position is very simple. We have not asked for anything extraordinary. That is to say that as per the vote and proceedings, the sittings on Friday 22nd, we are not concluded. And we are going to continue to respect your office, continue to respect Parliament, and respect our laws. But the standing orders are very clear. We have it with us, and it speaks a very clear language.
But the Speaker of Parliament, Bidongi ruling on this debate na Parliament last Friday, and if people go member, this is waiting be happen.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those against say nay. The ayes have it.
But inside Thursday sitting, the speaker, it look like say, been doubt this in ruling, will make APC MP them still get hope say, the point where they make against in ruling, na one way all water.
Let me make this abundantly clear, that any provision of the Constitution or any provision of the standing orders that require a 2/3 majority, for example, Section 29(3) of the Constitution, the provisions enumerated under Section 108 of the Constitution, cannot be determined by a collection of votes.
This be make the chief whip for the ruling SLPP, Honorable Dixon Rogers, attack the speaker by inward them and being give this warning to the speaker.
There was no point in time Parliament taking decision and the speaker come back and start discussing it. You are introducing a dangerous system in this Parliament. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, let me make this point. If for any reason you mistake to bring back that state of emergency, we on this side will not participate.
That's the chief whip for the ruling SLPP, Honorable Dixon Rogers. But not to the APC party no more get issue with the speaker in last ruling, Honorable Fode Mario Kamara, na acting leader for the National Grand Coalition NGC party na Parliament.
Since the start of this 5th Parliament, we've been rushing things. I want to believe in this particular instance that colleagues asking that February 22 be continued are those that are on the right track.
Sef, the leader for the Coalition for Change C4C party na Parliament, Honorable Sir Emerson Lamina, raised concern for where the speaker not being allowed them for take part in the state of emergency debates.
What is transpiring now in the world does not need an interpretation of a sorcerer or a meticulous observer. And it also gives me a very sharp reminiscence of the very day we darkened in this door last year. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, in as much as we respect your view, we also want to categorically state our dissatisfaction for the fact that we were not given a single bite on that day.
Honorable Sir Emerson Lamina, for sake of this call on the speaker, for look inside and work for achieve 3 things them, where according to them, go make Parliament get collapse back.
Let there be more negotiation in this house. Number 2, let there be political compromise between and among the political parties. And number 3, let there be consensus building, especially where we look forward to critical decision.
After plenty ala again at the well of Parliament, the member of Parliament for constituency 109, Honorable Usman Wuri Jallo, been finally moved the motion for make the Speaker of Parliament adjourn Thursday sitting before term.
A motion has been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye. Aye. All against say nay. This house stands adjourned.
As the speaker, out of pressure or forget, not being get term for the next sitting, but it clear say APC MP them been succeed for waiting them in call for inside Thursday sitting for the Society for Radio Democracy. Mina Abdullah Bla the reports.
Alright, 9 minutes after 8, now the time for my studio clock. We continue the program and we come over again to the studio guest them. We get Madam Ambassador Rasikabu. We the 50-50 group the honor today, and also we get Madam Nimata Majex Walker, President and Founder of 50-50 group. Now, una don dey give this Rajiv Bendre awards to different women them for number. This na the number 11th is the one I go give to Madam Rasi Kabo. How we don dey turn like how una don dey monitor the track of them and they still we una don be don dey give before.
Well, then a woman, in fact, we don't honor one man. What Melgon Louis some time ago. The first person we honor the late Honorable Elizabeth Alpha Lavalley. I think say they one and in a distinct woman we don't distinguish themselves in the country. We're very proud of because we focus. Ashma members say we niche in the training of women in leadership skills. If we ever foresee a leader, a woman leader, we don't excel in self, we don't broke or smash the glass ceiling, we for glad for them. And we feel say we for showcase them. That I make this lecture series don't become a platform now through which we showcase the woman, the achievements them. That I make a glad way as they talk about all what he achieve, how been they manage the crowd and the president, how been they do the balancing act and everything. It's very, very important for let people know that the present scope may not see and plenty it's not public, but it's very important for letting self know that, so that at least it will help. And all the other women within the civil society, within the civil service, Rasi in talk, where Usa go explain about the challenges, he go give insights into how we work, he talk about how we balance the act so that then self go learn, you understand. But every year we look for a distinguished woman at the country. We don't really rise up.
So let me look at una fet or una campaign for women in leadership, in governance and other area. That's not ever successful, and I don't ever feel satisfied saying, yeah, now we don't able for all this we campaign this year, we don't able for turnouts for be good.
Asma, you self know say we not satisfied. This government, for example, and when I talk on the last time, this government, for example, we feel say the president gets women attacked. We feel say very sensitive, like how we don't feel for all the previous governments. They don't promise we on page 46 and 47 of the manifesto say they will give 30% to women. The first shock when we get now when they choose them 12 women. When you choose them 12 women, that interim team will be make. You remember that transition team? Now 2 women they out of 12. 2 out of 12, not to 30%. Even now the cabinet will make almost women they. Almost full ministers they will get. Almost deputy ministers they will get. Almost women and then the parastatals. We still not get 30%. Then they promise me, they know they do them. So what me they say is, it don't show a lot of passion about women, about the position of women, looking what he do about this rape. It don't show all that. But let it go one stage further and let him make sure say select 30% women there, put in a positions of power. Now that's what they fight for. All the previous government they not give him. Let him give him. It don't grab, it don't pass state of emergency on rape. We happy for that. But do you make it give we take we rightful place side by side with the mandate. Now that make in fact I get for point out say one of the events where they take place today and the lecture. After I sit down give lecture done, we they launch the updated version of the Directory of Professional Women. I remember the last time when Professor Jones writes forward to the last directory. He say for those who inquire where are the women, you go talk say inquire within this directory. They give a list of all women and qualifications in the country, so that at least if we president they doubt say woman they not they fulfill this position, we they go present one to one. He go see say in fact 9 they launch and the first lady 9 they launch the directory. We go show and say well we get plenty women they just sit on the way. You just ask them.
Also aware say some of una we being be so educated they can approach una and can refuse.
I know aware of that. I know aware of that, Asma. Now that's not the excuse. I know aware of that. When the woman they refuse, let them talk and say well, when I see we don't approach this, they say no. Me no say that not happen. So then he talk with the fair excuse. There are many women out there who stand ready to accept positions.
So una don't try for know the reason why make them woman and then they give them position.
Oh, but we know the reason. There is bias. The man then chauvinistic. The man then prefer. Them feel say the politics belong to them and the preserve of men.
Because most times them political party then can say most times the woman and not can be active and they not can try for be popular because most times they not can give positions and so no more to people and we not active. active na the party.
Now excuse and defend, my dear. Now excuse and defend. Then political parties then they then feel say woman them for just the dancer should be and cook for the normal. They not even put them at the mainstream of the party. Waiting do we get women's wing? We get women's wing because they not feel say them for me feel say political party day, the president day, the vice president for be woman. If the president of the party now woman, the vice president for be man. We forget zebra system. But they know they do that in the political party day. So they just expect the woman for the day for cook.
If they give you position right now, you go take her.
Of course I go take her.
All right, continue for the.
That's all I always ask, you know.
Continue for the between the program, Madam Nimatama Jex Walker. 8:15. We'll go for this short break where we come over to the other guests.
Better don't come. A Union Trust Bank again. Union Salone Banco. Union Trust Bank get plenty product and service there for you. You must get what you want to go better. Let me savings account, ide. Current account, ide. Fixed deposit account, ide. Credit facility, ide. All for you. Me and you. Union Trust Bank, na Salone for me and you. Kids future savings account, ide. School fee savings account, ide. Pay advance salary scheme, ide. We branch and they all up at na Salone. Bokono kenema, we de. Kabala mabogo kakambia, we de. Jala free town loan sa, we de. And my 91, me and you. Union Trust Bank, me and you. Union Trust Bank, Union Trust Bank, na Salone for me and you. Union Salone Banco, Union Trust Banco.
Union Trust Bank, empowering Sierra Leonean businesses.
16 minutes after 8, we continue with the program and we come over to another distinguished guest who gets on the program, retired civil servants, first woman director general Ministry of Foreign Affairs, first woman state chief of protocol scope will be they manage the affairs of the president. And now I come to you today, Madam Rassi. Today you give a lecture, a talk as 50-50 they honor you with the Rajiv Bendri Awards. And for the one that we're not going for Didi, just tell me small what's in there for dinner, the package for people today where you go talk to.
Well, let's start by thanking the 50-50 group for even giving me that platform there. I see and say I honor for the civil servants where we normally not a day out there for talk. Auntie Nima, thank you for providing that platform.
Dr. Fatutaki
as president, thank you.
And all the executive members.
All executive members, thank you. My topic today, they cover a lot. The problems we they face, with numbers, not the service, particularly on the supervisory level. If you take the service as a whole, I think say the woman then who we get it, the number very small. The rest of the group na lower cadre, secretarial, clerks. But when it come out to the managerial level, the percentage very low. And me talk today go really they for capture the younger civil servant them, because you get a lot of them we don't enter another cadre, then think say another cadre them for retire. You can do within that lower level day. Facilities there now for let you do training, for let you even do university degree, and for let them get you into the main bowl of the civil service. Now I start me talk with that nursing. When I've been doing that nursing, they are not been don't get degree. So there is a possibility once you get the drive for do you can do them. While are they in service, I don't meet people there as cleaners. I don't meet both men and women. I don't meet them as clerks. I don't, through me urging, most of them don't get degrees, and most of them now, then they middle level in the civil service. So me talk to today, go there on that, and also with challenges as women in the service.
What are some of the challenges there?
Male chauvinism. Then just feel say everything na them get right for Dede. Sometimes if you know play ball, they know they consider you. And we all know there is a lot of sexual harassment in the workplace. It's not just in the civil service. And nobody misinterpret me. It's all over. But I dey urge me colleagues say no means say they go up the ladder. A lot of us go through that, but we still go up the ladder.
Because
once you stand your ground and you know what you do, you know your job, honestly, then let's go of you. And most times they give you respect.
Yes, I just want to go through that ask that question the way you talk about play ball. You ever go to, because for go through the ranks and reach to that top, you must in this society don't get here and there push you say, I mean, you sleep with this person or you sleep with this person. You ever in your career go through that day for say you get people who sexually harass you or want for make them sleep with you for make you go through the civil service?
Make I go today na the air for say this. Fortunately, when I first enter service, people know I've been there with the vice president of the country in the person of S.I. Kuruma. So I was no-go zone for my bosses. I was no-go zone for my bosses. But when once he retired from active politics, I became a pre. But then, as I just conclude and just know, you know what you do, you focus, you ward them off. And most of them, when I end up being best of friends, they respect you, they help you for who you are. And there are also good men in the service where they protect their colleagues. Them. I want for name here one particular ambassador, why I've been getting Ambassador Ibrahim Conte. When they post me into the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, now one person will sit me down and say, you know, this is a big ministry, and you know a newcomer here. I advise you this, now you get for. And that guidance day over the period take me through.
Okay, we will not do na discussions today. What about the people them way they face with low self-esteem na their offices them or not get anything for like tell them for making them rise up?
Yes, I get a lot of things that I don't list out today. And they use this forum for say, whether they invite you or not. If you get time today, go 3 o'clock, na 50-50 building, so you go get a lecture. I do a lot of mentoring for say, where you doing at the job. Get somebody where you talk to. No matter how you feel down, not remain down. And for the bosses and offices, whether they middle level or so, take your time for look you will command them. There are times you come at the office in the morning, you just take a look at some of your staff. You know, say one person get problem today. Draw that person in a corner and talk to them and say, what is your problem? Because somebody did that for me while I did in the service.
All right, continue for the retweet. Madam Rassi, today they give a talk and we go for this short break as we dedicate to 50-50 group as they honor the civil service and all the women them where they inactive and also we don't pass through the civil service.
Now this is a woman thing, and all man better listen and listen good. Man, this is the last throw of the dice, because come the next century, a woman a go run things. A woman a go run this country. You hear? In the 21st century. Listen good. Woman a go rise, so open up your eyes. Woman a go run this country.
smarter than we, brighter than we, more focused than we. If you think a chatting bull, just come with me and let we count the female students in the universities. Yo, women run most offices and women run the factories, schools and hospitals.
All right, the program now Good Morning Salone, they cancel live from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. You go be part of the program. Send your message to the number 077981981 as the program they continue and we take another issue. The President Julius Maada Bio say in government go give money and other support them for make sure say the 5-year national development plan work proper one for help reduce poor among people na Salone. President Bio talk this Thursday, February 28th, where he pull na do the development plan with the theme Education for Development. Radio Democracy Mohammed Sharif gets more and go now reports.
This is a new dawn, and I'll have the singular honor to launch the both volumes of the Sierra Leone Medium-Term National Development Plan 2019
His Excellency the President Julius Maada Bio be the pull the National Development Plan have been to many conference all about in Freetong. Nabila Tunis na the Minister of Planning and Economic Development, we serve in office may help for coordinate and put these documents together. Say in office been engaged political party them, local people and authority them, development partner them, among plenty other people them all about the country. Even though he said they may get some challenge them, where they may try for put this document together. We say he been talk about the different area them na this plan.
And the first goal is ensuring that we have a diversified, resilient green economy. The second is an educated nation with empowered and healthy citizens. A society that is peaceful, cohesive and just is the third goal. And the fourth goal is a competitive economy with a well-developed infrastructure. And with these goals, we developed clusters. And the first cluster is a human capital development. Under the second cluster, which is diversifying the economy and promoting growth, the third cluster is infrastructure and economic competitiveness. Our fourth cluster is governance and accountability for results. Our fifth cluster is empowering women, children, and persons with disabilities. Our seventh cluster is youth employment, sports, and migration. The seventh cluster is addressing vulnerability and building resilience. The eighth cluster is the means of implementation. We're looking at financing opportunities, and we're also ensuring that we build our data system.
And according to the Minister of Finance, Jacob Jususafa say, this plan go help in ministry forget plenty couple, where then go use for support government projects and programs them.
The domestic revenue mobilization effort, which started in 2018, will be consolidated in the next 5 years to ensure that we achieve the revenue GDP ratio of 20% of GDP required for sustainable financing of government programs and projects. Preliminary estimates indicate that domestic revenue collections in 2018 improved to nearly 4.5% of GDP from 12.2% in 2017, the highest annual increase in domestic revenues recorded in recent years. The plan is fiscally visible. The total estimated cost of the NDP plan is about 8.15 billion for a period of 5 years. With financing flows projected domestic and external of 6.6 billion, there's a financing gap of 1.55 billion. This plan can be implemented. We can raise these resources to carry on this plan.
For sake of this, another reason they make the United Nations Resident Coordinator na Salone, Sunit Sagal, say, if this plan for work proper one, all man for join and for supports this process.
Government ministries, departments and agencies, Parliament also has a critical responsibility providing checks and balances to ensure value for money for the people of Sierra Leone. Outside government, civil society represent an important part of such checks and balances. We in the United Nations system are pleased to have been able to support this work, and we look forward to continuing to work together with other partners, with the government, in the implementation of this plan.
But if this 5-year development plan for all water, the local council them gets key role for play. We make the chairman for local council association as Salone, Joseph Munda Bindi, say the local council them for be part of the implementation of the plan.
Because we believe development can only take place in the country when the local councils are involved in the process. Our concern here is the implementation of our development plan. We will expect our ministries to coordinate and to provide a framework for implementation. But effective coordination can only take place at district levels and in the communities. We would expect our development partners to fully support our government, not to come with new agendas, but the agenda today that we launched by our president.
We be the pull a 5-year national development plan. His Excellency President Julius Maada Bio say, where it be the campaign at the March 2018 election. And the state opening of parliament have been promised for develop the country. But say, for make this happen, making government put this document together.
Over the past few months, my government has transformed these policy considerations into a comprehensive, evidence-based and result-oriented medium-term national development plan for the next 5 years. But how do we fulfill our obligations to the people of Sierra Leone against the background of bankrupt and battered economy that this government inherited? Officials and politicians engage in widespread looting of development resources. There were no accountability mechanisms within government and to our development partners. So upon assuming office, my government identified immediate imperatives of institutional reform, including decentralization, and taking a second look at enabling laws, capacity building, and resource identification and mobilization as critical for building the right context for development in this country. I particularly applaud the leadership and staff of the Ministry of Planning and Economic Development for coordinating the process and articulating our shared national vision for a better Sierra Leone, because pauper Salone go better.
Ikeyon say this is not the first time we government they fully support National Development Plan. The President Keyon say for the past 9 months in administration don't begin to achieve some of the things them within inside this plan, like the free quality education, free ambulance service in all the districts them, Salone Premier League among plenty other things them. We make it say in government could give support to this 5-year national plan.
To provide disciplined and committed leadership as well as the necessary political will to fully implement programs and projects outlined in this plan. We also need to embrace a culture of accountability and transparency if we are to achieve our shared goals.
As the representative them at the civil society organization, plenty other one them will be talking at the ceremony. They are sure for giving support all the time. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Ahmed Sharif, the report.
Alright, the program now Good Morning Salone in the country live from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We go take another issue and we go come back and continue the program. Inside December 2018, the founder of the Asma James Foundation, Asma James, they begin the Black Tuesday campaign for raise awareness about rape and other sexual violence issue them, where don't they happen to women and girl picking them. This make the Asma James Foundation purposeful production and then partner them don't turn this Black Tuesday to movement. Also then they gonna different community them for talk against rape. Tuesday, 26th February, the Black Tuesday campaign be there in Abo town. Also the investigator na the family support units na the Bo Police Division, Sheku Samora, say they don't get special units now where they look inside rape case them. You know Kabia gets more and go now report.
The Black Tuesday campaign are one we begin inside December 2018 for talk to Pikin name, but rape and sexual violence and also campaign against violence them where they happen with woman and girl Pikin them. The Black Tuesday campaign don't they go na different community them for engage the community on the bad thing them waking happen to woman and girl Pikin them. The founder for the AJ Foundation, Asma James, talk about this Black Tuesday campaign. Also say then target Pikin them because now they can always be the victim of rape.
They're not the victim. I mean, if Pikin and evidence to be them from the uncle where they give them lunch, from the papa them now we they see papa they rape them, Pikin them, then give them the money. And then the world just don't change all of a sudden. So we decided to capture them because you were able to forget Pikin when young and you're able to tell them to say no when it comes to the issues of rape. To secret again, the Bo Center from time to time they give you some serious statistics. We make the best sense, even though make a national emergency. We may say now an attempt for level the speaker, and for some of you in the media, we get the opportunity. We decide for calm and purpose of production, for engage the community, for talk to the Pikin and say now we go for reports. We man attempt for rape in order for settlement again.
Usai he continue say Pikin them na both song for they complain anytime women abuse them.
You for able for say no to any uncle we want for tamper with you. Una know what I mean, eh? Una know, but again when they pull una clothes, pull una drawers, and then take themselves and put tamper una. Then they will not need to hide them again. This is clear now saying and they happy. For Pikin picking them. When they can do that, they get belly. When they get belly, when they go for go born, hospital where they say they're not able to born because they're too small for born picking. They end up damaging themselves.
Asma James end up call on community people not for go they compromise rape issue. As he say, this not time for make picking and combra them break the silence but the issue of rape. According to the executive director and founder for Purposeful Production, Chernoba, inside Ion talk say the fight against rape and other bad things where they happen with woman and girl picking them na fact where all man for come on board.
We are the movement that's here for talk say it's good for pay attention to that 5-year-old picking, but it's not just about her. It's about every woman within a rape inside marriage. It's about every picking is sent into marriage when she's not ready. It's about every form of violence, every form of abuse in this country. So the movements they take advantage of this movement of reckoning where we don't get a society for say, let's talk about this, let's change it. Because now this we need for do for the country become better.
Usa in continue say, picking them for go they talk about rape as they say now because of the too much silence where they par rape now it make this they only increase.
One of the messages will come for past day now for say that culture where they could only reduce every single female to sexual being. Again for we power capacity say this and the way. Now that culture they want for end because a part of the culture will contribute to this culture of rape.
The investigator na the family support unit na the Bo Police Division, Sheka Samoa say because of the state of emergency where president be declare for rape, make them don't create one special unit where they deal with rape case them.
So for the president the pronouncement that is for make we end this menace, PFSU, we don't create a special unit where purely in there for handle all sexual cases, be it rape or sexual offenses or anyone, any category, and they call a unit sexual assault syndicate, in short SAS. And as we proudly say here, since we don't establish that unit successfully, we don't investigate and prosecute so many of them cases citing with police when an institution come out for. We all know about the case where we on media everywhere. We all know about involving the police officers. We don't investigate them, we charge police, teachers, no matter what kind of occupation we engage in. We there for waiting, investigate and prosecute offenders.
According to one first-time member of parliament, Honorable Reverend Dr. Marie J. Barnett say inside Botong, they don't record 47 rape cases them and say rape still there on the increase na that part in the country.
Una know the most recently na Boya, they get one important case where they na El Satakalo magistrate court where one 28-year-old man penetrate 2-year-old Pekin. And inside Boya, we don't get over 47 rape cases. And around the country in Salone, we don't get over 3,000.
Inside this ceremony, school Pekin and be asked different questions them. And one parent question now how the Pekin and go feel safe for report rape case to the police, where the police safe they rape them. Sheka Samoa, now the investigator na the FSU department, na the Bo Police Division, be gets this for say.
So that Kiwi asked that question. To start with, I even mention say nobody know the above the law, whether in a police, teacher, school picking, you know they above the law. And once now reports don't reach me, no matter your status, we investigate you. And any institution, we must get people where they go against what in institutions say not for do. We expect police people for the professional.
Different school picking and be talk about waiting the land from this Black Tuesday campaign.
My name is Elizabeth Smart. I'm a science student. I learned that whenever a man or a boy child force a girl child to rape her, we should report the case, or even our uncles or brothers or even our niece or nephew try to rape us, we should report the case immediately to our parents or our teachers.
My name is Thomas Conte. I am from St. Paul's Primary School. I learned that sexual harassment and sexual abuse is not good for us the children. We should put education before sex. Education is the key and education is the power.
My name is Adana International Academy. I learned something that the raping case is very bad to girls, about raping 6-year-old children, 7 and above.
AJ Foundation, Purposeful Production, and their partner them will continue for going at different community them for raise awareness about rape and other violence them waking happen against woman and girl picking them na the country. For the Society for Radio Democracy, you know Kabia the reports.
All right, we continue with the program. Good Morning Salone, where they come to you from 98.1 FM, 8:39. Now the time for my studio clock, and we still get to studio guest team. Now the program. I get Madam Rasi Kagbo, we 50-50 group they honored today, and also Madam Nimata Majex Walker, also founder and first president of 50-50 group. 50-50 group, as well know, they advocate serious one for women. Women therefore take position them higher level inside politics also, as they get this thing side by side. They want for work with demand them. We did not talk earlier on 50-50 with all the campaign, but we still see say what una they ask for not don't be achieved. So as 50-50 group, what una continue for do for make sure say even though the woman they not reach that level, but they continue for inspire themselves. So one day, I mean, una will achieve what una wants.
That's why we feel say the woman them politics na strange thing to them. That make we focus now for train them. We did train them in leadership skills. We did train them in political participation skills, so that when election they can themselves go ready for stand. Because first time when you ask woman, you go stand. No, me, you understand me? They say, politics, they don't see like a man's game. So we try for change that perception day and for train them and give them the strengthen them for let them feel say they go able to stand. And when I see over the years almost women they don't stand. You see how we don't raise the women their voices there with other organizations, not so we no more don't do them. You understand? When we set up 50-50, not so for we self we they try for. Like when you be ask me say, hey, Anthony, if then you post you go take her. Me done 71 now. Even one not been 71, we set up 50-50 over 19 years ago. Plenty people let me feel say, oh, they set up because themselves they look for job for themselves. Not so for we self. We don't even set up 50-50 club in our schools. We don't set up 50-50 branches na the university. Because we dey try for the young people there, we dey try for other women there. We don't get stronger voice like we. We will get stronger voice. We feel say now for talk for the other woman. So not for me safe at the try for.
All right. This issue of women empowerment and women for Canada spotlight, it's like society they look at women say they're not for reach at that level. They're not same way they now with society. Yes. As woman the way they push for the woman them Canada spotlight. When I don't they do them, but we know they see any difference. Wait when I get any new strategies at least for change the mindset of people say women self can do them like the man them.
Well, we don't see some changes. So you see quite a lot of women in high places. It just be say we don't get 30% or more. Now a few here and there, but we don't see. We don't see presidents who don't put women in a non-traditional positions there. Positions where they not been held before. We don't glad for that.
And they talk about other women them like we no don't be empowered. We want for empower, but no they na the spotlight. We too not get provisions for them kind woman them there.
Well, we try and make we target them and we try for train them. When we identify them, we come we give them the skills that we try for teach them how for raise them voices. We try for make them more confident. Let them know about their worth. Let them know about the power we then get as women them. We get a lot of. We don't publish so many training manuals. We get so much what we tell them that I make throughout. In fact, I have to point out say una know say we don't establish we institutes, we leadership training institute. We don't build on the first in West Africa, and we try now for organized structured training so that it could be training throughout the year. We look for funding. Sometimes we can't ask my because I'm an expert in fundraising. But we get some organization, whether not the EU or any other organization for sponsor, so that we run training courses right throughout the year. And we continue with advocacy again. We continue for empower the women. And that is all we can do. I can't think of anything else. And the other innovative thing we use, we try for using mandem for let them pass the message. We get quite a lot of gender sensitive mandem. We join with group. We don't talk, so then go help for pass the message across.
All right, let me look at the woman they safe and the different groups already. You get the 50-50 group, you get the Women's Forum Network, you get the Eminent Women, you get the Women's Situation Home. So like all things kids always say woman her business always just scatter. Why one organization no go dey where like for example if consultation get for happen, they go get for reach out to this organization when I go get for in the events they ask for nominate somebody. For example.
Well, Asma, the different organizations and get a mandate there. 50-50 now the force we start for talk about political participation of women in the country. Now we begin for train them. We get we get an umbrella body, the Women's Forum. All the organizations and then they operate within the Women's Forum, as soon as I know. But all the different, if we say we focus na rape inaugural rights, we focus na being politics. Although now because of the need we the waiting in the column. So because of the need we now we diversify, we venture into other areas. But from where we begin, now being politics will be the faithful. And if you say all the other organizations they not get different, they not get the humanity they inaugural rights. 50-50, they don't talk to we about FGM, for example, before. We get a strong advocate of banning NBA, one of we past president, Dr. Aisha Fofana Ibrahim. We don't work with them. We don't sympathize with them. FGM na topic we are not discuss at all. So I don't want to talk about that. But I want to realize, say, different organizations and get a different mandate. We in politics, others na rape, others na FGM, others na this. It go difficult for we all can talk with one voice. For example, the eminent women peace mediators who they launch on Tuesday, as you mentioned, the eminent women peace mediators after the women's situation who meet. Now Yvette Chesin-Wure, the originator of the women's situation in Liberia, phone Aja Alariko Sela who set we branch now. So we set we branch so that we continue with peacemaking efforts up to the next election. We no one just stop now, then we set up a situation when the election come. So none of us who want the plenty organizations need the because we all can't concentrate on one topic.
All right, like to Madam Rassi, the woman of the day, we wanna go for honor this morning. Till this afternoon, sorry, now the 50-50 office. Madam Rassi, let we look at what the woman they need now. What they needed now for increase leadership skills in the civil service.
Thank you, Asma. For me, I did zero in on the government. Government will forget gender sensitive policies will go be embedded now with civil service code. So that as people then at the civil service now, we know the rules, we know what you're entitled to at a particular time. Sorry. Then we also want for let increase visibility. What do I mean by this? We want let government for women we qualify, let government make use of them. Because when you make use of them qualified women, then they go able mentor. Then go able mentor the other one the way they feel shy, we remain at the background. We get men where they mentor women, but the percentage very small. And because of all waiting they go on, there is some mistrust between men and women, particularly girls and we feel vulnerable. So sometimes now it make me feel say we for put more effort on women because young girls feel more comfortable talking to role models than the men.
Now the civil service, what you go say now be your worst moments?
Do I have one?
You know, ever
my
miss
worst
protocol?
moment? No, my worst moment nah. When I been feel left out in them promotions. At one stage, I did 12 years na one position. 12 good years without any promotion.
And policy
So,
they say we say you for the
yes,
go
yes. Normally, for every 4 or 5 years, you forgo now one stage. For any office where you hold, if they not promote you, you definitely they feel left out. If they feel like say you know they work, you know they do anything, you go say what I don't do wrong. But being the person where I be, I be able to talk to my bosses about that, and we resolve them. It was not deliberate.
Okay.
Now been just an oversight.
And
when they correct her now, they correct her big time.
Okay, and what's now your best moment?
My best moment now I get all them promotions here. Anybody who enter service, if they look for reach the pinnacle of the job. So when you then at the diplomatic service, you look for being an ambassador, and I achieved that. And I not only achieved that, I became the boss of ambassadors. As Director General of Foreign Affairs, you are the boss of your ambassadors. So I really feel good. And to crown it all, I can end them for be a state chief of protocol, where you be the person where after I'm home, now you know the next person where they see and talk to them every day. So I can't thank God enough for what you do for me within the service.
What are your mentor in the service?
Where
you been doing at the service?
Demboku, as I say, what can at this tongue, the first person where captured my attention was Kuna. She was young. I've been just a junior officer. But then he don't mentor me. Teto today, Kuna ready for mentor me. Then Mrs. Sylvia Blyden, as I say, I had down moments where I did at the filing section. Now I pull me in that filing section. And I really begin give me visibility. Because I've been done reach a stage now. If you say I enter that room, pass I go home back, I come out.
And you mentor?
And of late, now while in the middle level, I get for can capture anti-nematodes. Because it they all over, it just like me. It fall for me. You know, it like me. And me self like him. Anti-nematode, thank you. And, you know, we feel good when they see people like asthma them. We see younger generation. Day before yesterday, we gonna take something where young professionals and we feel good say we don't mentor people, we they see them.
So in the service, because you know say like where you start for talking, the junior one then they really plenty the woman them in your life now the from Director General now to the scope where you end up with mentor woman them inside the service.
Yeah, I've been don't talk about that. And now the point that's what we want to when even can I can begin to get supervisory positions. I don't mentor a lot. Some of them now are in the service. And for any success where you make now, any effort, it is not just the top people who help you. You get the junior ones. I get me junior colleagues. Particularly where I work now, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I get dedicated staff there, Reiki them, and all the rest of it. Then I get me bosses. Even though I be man them, they did so well for me. Oshokuka, that one day don't they be me from where the establishment secretary. When they know they promote me, now the person that they be say I go complain to, say okay. so and Valcolia. They've done so much for me. Some of them don't die. The Pakarimu them and all the rest of it. Then in foreign affairs, not only the woman that supports me, I also had been getting able lieutenant in the person of Mr. Sawi. He was very supportive. And when at the camp, people say, "Oh, that boy don't the way they act as DG. If you go out, I go work." I say, "We go work perfectly because we know seniority in the civil service. We respect that."
Continue for the between the program.
You say you love me, but I'm a bad guy. Yeah, you can call me the banana.
Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. They come up with 3-in-1 events: fundraising dinner, dance, and live band show.
Yes, waiting you to wait for. Grab one time and join Radio Democracy as we come up with 3-in-1 event: fundraising dinner, dance with live band show.
This fundraising dinner, dance, and live band show. Now for fund money for continue the good work where Radio Democracy don't they do for promote democracy na Salone.
All this will be Friday, March 29, 2019. Now the Sierra Lighthouse Hotel and Restaurant na Aberdeen Village. 7 o'clock evening time for just 500,000 euros, 1 million euros, and by donation.
This fundraising dinner, dance with live band show, get for sweet because Radio Democracy no do lily thing. The date again, Friday 29 March 2019. For go inside, that just 500,000 leons, 1 million leons, and by donation. See you there.
The one that will sponsor Radio Democracy for do this 3-in-1 event now, Natscom, Salcab,
Africell,
Bolori, FI Bank,
Eco Bank,
Rokel Commercial Bank, Sierra Leone Commercial Bank, Baptiste Interior Deco, and Sierra Lighthouse.
Tickets there right now na Radio Democracy office na New Englandville for just 500,000 leons and 1 million leons. Elek Usayude. Just call 088-315-077. Your tickets go meet you na you do more.
If you self want sponsor Radio Democracy for the good work where they do, just call 077-755-153.
Right, well, they ask that tickets and they out if you want to be part of the fundraising dinner and dance and for come na Radio Democracy and can support with power dinner and dance. We they look at few messages and we don't come na the program. The first one we say thank you very much 50-50 for nominating Madam Rasi Kabo. This woman I like so much and respect, and I love the way she works whenever she is leading HE.
And this other one, they say, you women are doing a great job, but I want to ask a question. Why is it that you don't consider nurses who play a great role in the society to be recognized?
Radio D, for women to attain the level these advocates are asking for, women must be supportive to themselves from Engineer Sawane, Naferi Junction.
Madam Rasi, you are a woman of substance. Your idea from 50-50 group has helped women, both private and public sector. May God bless you.
This other message say, Madam Rasi, today na the first at the area you talk, but you did a very good job as scope. You were very assertive and a very strong woman. I hope you will be able to train more women in the civil service. But oh yeah, I'm sure they won't ask for any advice from you.
Madam Yasi, as a medical person na the past government, why you not be advocate for make nurse them get pin code?
Other message we go look at inside the program this morning. Good Morning Salone. This other message say thank you, Madam Rasi, for coming to the studios this morning. These are the kinds of news we want to hear from time to time, not politics that will discourage us. Madam Nimata, I like you so very much, and please continue to advocate for women.
The unconstitutional happening in Parliament is very alarming. Even the Speaker of Parliament is a major contributor to the alarming rate of undemocratic parties in Parliament. From Mystic.
Good morning, Radio D. Please ask your host if her speech will be available to the public. If yes, how then can I access it? From Justice.
This other one, they say, I want to witness the program because of the guest speaker. She has been tremendous all this while in the public sector. I want to wish Madam Kabo all the best. From Mystic.
This other message say Madam Kabo, you've really done well when you were at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Keep up the good work, continue to work and pass on knowledge to young people. Madam Rasi, what is your best and worst moments as you work as state chief of protocol from Kalamu na Percival Street? This other message we go look at. Okay, well, I don't think we get better time again because we're not going to wrap up the program this morning, but this other one say, well done, Madam Rasi, I like you very much. And did I hear you say you not well, Deflo baby? All right, well, we come over to we guest them, Auntie Rasi. You don't hear the different messages there for summarize them.
Well, me summary they be say for the young graduates them, when I not shy away from the civil service, when I join the civil service, it will get better as you they go up the ladder. Join the civil service and continue for mentor young ones. for we don't retire, let us be there for the young ones. We are available at all times. Thank you.
Okay, well, as you don't talk, woman we don't be even one for the dinner the media, but thank God to 50-50 today we bring a cam. And Cinema, you don't hear it from also the text messages. Women supporting each other and all the rest. You will just summarize.
No, I just want to tell you, say, they want me heart. It shows, say, 50-50 make the right choice this year. Today, na celebrate with the celebrate Rasi in life. Rasi has done excellent work for the nation, and we glad we all man don't endorse him. Nobody not talk bad about him, and we just want for let you know, say 50-50 appreciate you because you demonstrate, say a woman can do it. A woman can survive in whatever position she's put. You don't do well for you, make we it big, that make we save the try for honor you and battle you today. Only and we send text messages una thank you. Because una make we feel good, say, not to the wrong choice we make this year. If una get idea as to the unlettered woman who for make next year, because all ten and the accused we say na elite business with deeper, una feel free for phone this station and una suggest person for we any woman we don't do well. Any woman, whether maybe they think of them as farmers then yesterday my president they tell me say oh plenty of them lettered. Do ya because we're not biased. So we want woman we then talk about us so today. We serve gladly. Thank you very much, Answer. I want to go with this opportunity and Wani. Thank you.
Okay, well then I'll be with studio guest Nimata Majex Walker, founder and first president of 50-50 Group, and also Madam Rasi Kagbo, my retired civil servant. One for appreciate you for owner Canada program this morning. Many thanks to the production team, Michael Sambola, we produce the program, and Alex Lawrence Koruma. To the technical team, I want to say thank you very much. Till then, me Asma James to wish you a blessed weekend.
And me now, Waniga Ojadi, say plenty thank you for listening and have a wonderful day. Thank you.